In a move that has sparked both domestic controversy and international curiosity, Zambia's main opposition party, the Patriotic Front (PF), has formally appealed to the United States government for intervention in what it describes as a deepening democratic crisis under President Hakainde Hichilema's administration. The appeal was made during a high-level meeting at the U.S. Embassy in Lusaka, where senior PF officials presented a dossier of grievances to Ambassador Michael Gonzalez. The opposition delegation accused the ruling United Party for National Development, UPND, of systematically eroding democratic norms, targeting opposition figures through selective prosecution, and suppressing civil liberties, including the right to protest and participate in elections. According to PF spokesperson Miles Samper, the party has been subjected to what he termed ethnic and political persecution, with several of its members facing arrest while similar allegations against UPND officials have gone uninvestigated. Samper emphasized that since taking office in 2021, the Hichilema government has effectively banned public demonstrations and manipulated electoral processes to exclude PF candidates from key by-elections. He further alleged that the Anti-Corruption Commission has been weaponized to serve partisan interests, undermining its credibility and turning it into a tool of political retribution rather than genuine reform. The PF's appeal to former U.S. President Donald Trump, specifically mentioned during the meeting, has raised eyebrows across Zambia's political spectrum. Critics argue that invoking Trump, a polarizing figure in global politics, reflects desperation and a lack of strategic foresight. Some analysts suggest that the PF's move may be aimed more at generating international headlines than securing tangible diplomatic support. Others interpret it as a calculated attempt to align with conservative populist narratives that resonate with certain segments of Zambia's electorate. However, the opposition's outreach has not gone unchallenged. Prominent Zambian academic and governance expert John Amos Malemwa criticized the PF's approach, warning that externalizing domestic political disputes undermines national sovereignty and sets a dangerous precedent. Malemwa argued that Zambia's democratic institutions, while imperfect, must be strengthened from within rather than subjected to foreign arbitration. He also questioned the timing of the appeal, noting that the PF itself had faced similar accusations of authoritarianism during its time in power, including media crackdowns and politicized arrests. The broader implications of this diplomatic maneuver are complex. On one hand, it highlights the growing frustration among opposition parties in Zambia, who feel increasingly marginalized in a political landscape dominated by the UPND. On the other hand, it exposes the fragility of Zambia's democratic consensus, where electoral legitimacy and institutional independence remain contested. The PF's decision to seek international intervention may reflect a deeper crisis of confidence in the country's legal and political systems, suggesting that traditional avenues of dissent are no longer seen as viable or effective. Moreover, the episode underscores the evolving role of foreign embassies in Zambia's domestic affairs. While diplomatic missions have historically served as neutral observers and facilitators of dialogue, they are now being drawn into partisan disputes, raising questions about their influence and impartiality. The U.S. Embassy has yet to issue a formal statement on the meeting, but its engagement with the PF delegation signals a willingness to listen, if not necessarily to act. In the context of regional politics, Zambia's situation mirrors broader trends across sub-Saharan Africa, where opposition parties increasingly turn to international actors to amplify their concerns. This strategy, while sometimes effective in drawing attention to human rights abuses or electoral irregularities, also risks alienating domestic constituencies and reinforcing narratives of dependency. For Zambia, a country long regarded as a beacon of democratic stability in southern Africa, the current tensions represent a critical juncture. Whether the PF's appeal will lead to meaningful change or further polarization remains to be seen, but it has undoubtedly reignited debate about the future of democracy in the country and the role of global powers in shaping it.